Well, shit. It's the doctor. It is the good doctor. We did see a letter from her, didn't we?
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Oh, fuck that kid. Just screw him. Hope he's dead.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no!
Oh dear. You knew the maid was gonna get it. Oh, that doesn't look comfortable, does it? That looks... That just don't quite look comfy. Of course the maid was gonna get it because she was gonna talk to us. Someone was overhearing. Her neck looks a bit busted. Dun dun dun. It was kind of predictable though that she was going to die, right? I mean, it was. I guess we're not going to see her after dinner now. Yeah.
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
Let's get you to
I
bed.
think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father.
The old witch told the butler to kill her since the young lad was... He definitely... That's why he's so upset. It would have probably been the first lady friend he would have ever had. It could have been the first boobs he ever saw, other than his mom's. And now she's dead, so... And he didn't get a chance to look at her dead boobs, because we ran into, We ran in, didn't we, so...
Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me, to prevent any further violent outburst, or so Lady Margaret had said. But something felt wrong, even then.
Why didn't she look at you when she's talking to you?
So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up. I tried to help him. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to reach him.
Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back.
Or a bone?
He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To remove himself from this place?
I believe so.
And yet here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
Yeah, Soma wasn't scary, and this isn't scary either. I mean, it is kind of a horror-themed game, but it's not really scary. I think it's just that the what the story is about, which is probably puts it in like the horror category, but it's not like a story with like jump scare sort of horror or stuff that's making you shriek and scream and stuff. It's not that sort of game.
Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? Though I think what really scared him was beyond the physical.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
I gotta say though, this is these like some of these cutscenes like this, right? These like pre-rendered scenes, or they're not pre-rendered. These like in-game scenes, these like scripted scenes. I've not seen scenes that have been set out like this since Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean, they're sitting there, standing next to each other, side by side, talking to each other. Each of them staring into space. Not, they're not engaging each other at all. This is like Mass Effect sort of conversations here. It's kind of weird.
I have other things to worry about right now.
Well, he's not even in the
Seems like
scene.
a drowning woman floating in thin air.
Definitely Mass Effect.
If you really want to help me, I need to find out what the maid knew. What Lady Margaret and Angus didn't want her to tell me.
You believe it got her killed?
Maybe. What I saw in the chapel.
Well, we don't even
it
see him
has
in the
to be
scene when
real.
he's talking, if you know what I mean.
She must have drowned herself down at the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son.
I mean, the camera should at least be looking at him when he's talking, right? I mean, see, when he was doing all of his conversation pieces, you were staring at her still. It's just weird. Okay. But look at what she's wearing on her legs. There's some really weird tights where she got tattoos.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
Ew.
To find out who killed her.
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
Well, she wants us to go into the cellar. Can we just go outside instead? Yes, we can. Cool. Is she going to come with us? She is coming outside with us. Okay. It's a nice night for a stroll.
What is it? I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit. Don't go. Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
Wait, where are we actually going though? We're supposed to go into the cellar.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her.
To be sure she was murdered.
Yep, we do. That's why we're running around outside. I'll see if we can go in here. Because he's fixed the door. We might better check it out. Oh, there he is. There's a good old Rory.
Nobody in this house is particularly chatty. Not even when I have an actual question for them.
Can we? No. Ooh. We do have someone following us, though. Okay. So we haven't got to carry our own like torch because she's got it. She's going to carry the light for us.
I have to thank you again for coming to my aid in there.
I'm glad I found you in time. Thankfully, Mr. Harrison had made an educated guess as to your whereabouts.
There's not really much out here, is there? That way went round back, come back round by the beach, didn't it? Okay, let's just go check out the body. Let's go to the cellar. Let's have a look around inside first before we do that. We should follow us around inside the house. It could be like a second opinion on some stuff, right? And if you've got her following you when you're trying to do a puzzle, is she going to help you solve it? And technically we could use having the light up a bit closer. Oi, come back. She keeps wanting to walk back towards where the kitchen is.
If you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
May I remind you, this is my house?
May I remind you that it is not yours yet?
Might as well try moving a mountain out of the way. Fair enough. There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies. Mr. McKinnon, Angus, may I have the key to the cellar?
You may not, sir. As Mr. Harrison said, it will remain locked until the police arrive.
That's a fair point. I'm just concerned that some of the game in the cellar may have been caught illegally, poached by young Eddie there.
Well,
I'd be happy to get rid of the evidence. For Eddie to be found poaching on another family's estate could prove embarrassing.
you're barely part of this family, but you have a point.
I do, and I don't think Lady Margaret would take kindly to any such embarrassment.
Upon reflection, removing the evidence may be the best course of action. Here you are, sir.
Yes. Thanks, mate.
Maybe once I find out what really happened to Father here, I can finally talk to my family and staff about some lighter topics.
Oh. We didn't try to go in the cellar, but it's good that we didn't, because if we did try, we would have just been told that the door was locked and we wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So now we can go to the cellar. Or we can try to take her up to our bedroom. I wonder if she'll follow us into the bedroom. Probably not. Well, she might do, I suppose. She's got to be sleeping here somewhere, right? But where would she be sleeping, right? Where are you going? Cellars. Oh, that was the cellar. Was the right way? Why'd you go? Boy, where the fuck are you going? Where are you going, Missy? You're supposed to follow me. I don't think she knows where she's going. Oh, she's walking back out. I mean, she wants to go in the cellar, which is here. Obviously doesn't know where she's going. Right, let's do it.
Good thing I found that map. He would have never given up the cellar key otherwise.
Yes, that's right. Good thing we found a map. We're going to follow us around, see if we can see anything else down here before we go and investigate the border. I'm wondering what the fuck we're doing walking in circles. Come on. Bring that light over here.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What a horrific way to die.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design, and it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Her clothes. He ripped a seam open.
Okay. What? What? The fuck? There's some... What? That doesn't make sense. What the... I'm a little confused. That was just a bit weird.
What a horrific way to die.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
Alright, we'll save it here. Because we're probably going to die again. Okay. And to those seems there, you probably got a time limit to do what you've got to do, and if you fail, you get deaded.
Her neck's been broken, and her necklace looks like gold.
Still,
Alright.
Where's that sudden draft coming
here,
from?
my little doe.
little dough. Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
I don't understand. What is going on? Yes, we got one little bit further, but what? There was nothing else I could interact with. How odd. One odd game. I mean, really, what
Her neck's
the
been
hell?
broken. Her necklace looks...
Still,
What the hell, right?
Where's
Your
that sudden
stag
draft
is
coming
here, my little...
little dough.
I don't understand what the fuck we're supposed to be doing here. Is this what's in this room we're supposed to find first? I mean, the story definitely seems interesting. As far as the game's concerned, the original doesn't touch the originals at all as far as the quality is concerned. It obviously looks a lot better because it's modern, but the original games was so much better. I mean, there's just so much random shit going on, right? It is. I mean, it's a QuickTime event, but there's nothing to click on. There's nothing I could actually click. I mean, if you see that when we first did the first bit, you had the circle lit up, but when you get near it, you could hit a button to examine it. That's when he started talking about his little dough. But after that bit, there was nothing that was highlighted for me to select or click, which made me wonder that maybe there's something else you're
What a
supposed to do.
horrific way to die.
There's nothing else in the cellar that we can do. Maybe we can't talk to her, so...
Her neck's been broken.
The
and
thing
with
that's
some
weird is
considerable force,
it's trying
it
to make the
seems.
first event. You've got to be
The necklace
standing
looks
right
like
on top
gold,
of
albeit
them,
plain design.
which seems a bit
Still.
weird, right? You can't click on these things from a distance. You've got to be standing. I've got to move over there and stand right on top of them before you can click, right?
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe. Not exactly the usual
And that
way
one.
to address the staff.
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Maybe he's supposed to run away or something? I those. There's absolutely nothing you can click on or select. What the fuck are you supposed to be doing? It's just, I mean, it's also random. I mean, it's just totally random.
Her
right?
neck's been broken.
It just makes no sense. It really makes no sense. I mean, all we've done so far, we're about 3 hours in, but it just makes no sense.
Your stag.
Where's that sudden draft coming
Let's
from?
run away. You can't. Oh, there we go. Look, okay, we walk out of the way.
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
And walk away, then when she moves, then get back in.
The missing pendant. He threw it into the blood-filled basin.
And then move away again.
David, can you hear me?
Her clothes. He ripped a seam open.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. We're... Something's coming. The attic, sir. She's in the attic.
What just happened? You look like you were in some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep is affecting me. Or the visions that you'd think me insane if I described them to you.
You need to learn to trust me. I am on your side, remember?
So you say. But I remember you locked my father up too. A tiger can't change its stripes.
So the thing fell into the basin. Maybe it's in here. Ah, now we can dig it out now, okay.
Ugh, that's horrible.
You're not the one with your hand in it. French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
We should ask someone who's been around here for longer.
Good night, Wyborg.
How did you know it was there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what his relationship was with her.
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't understand. I can't...
What I do understand is that we could not accuse a man of murder without proof.
Look.
The scene really did rip when she tried to get away from him.
Find out more about the John Norman invasion. Investigate Elsa's death. So he said something about the attic, right? So... And the attic is locked, so we can't just go into the attic. Where's the way out? What the fuck is the way out? God damn it. The fuck do we get out of here? There's the body again, alright, so this way. You're going this way. Hit the camera, I mean, you want to see where you're going, right? Where's the camera? Hey! Alright, we can try to, we can try the attic, but I don't think we're going to find anything up there. Not gonna hurt to try. I'm gonna see if that dude's in the library first. Nope. The camera's just a little bit wonky. I really wish it was fixed or let you move it with a mouse or something, you know. But I mean, for a game like this, I guess they can do better at getting exactly setting out a scene exactly how they want if they totally control the views, right? I guess that's what they're going for. I don't know if you can't get in there because it's locked. There's a lot of like random walking around in circles. You know, walk down to the end of the hallway, turn around, walk back. Come on, keep up, woman. Maybe we're gonna go back and speak to them again. The butler, and ask him
Do we
about
need
the attic.
anything from in there right now? Don't think so.
I mean, that could be what we got to do, is go and ask him about that. No, where's the stairs? There's the stairs. I think this is the room. Yes.
Mr. McKinnon, who is Clara?
The lady, Clara, young Eddie's late mother. A box with some of her belongings are kept in the library, as Master Eddie feels himself more a Gordon than a Mallory.
If Eddie really gave her that pendant, he might be her killer, and I might not be losing my mind.
Right, so it's basically got to go back to the library and look for the
Nobody
box.
in this house is particularly chatty.
Okay. So the pendant is his mom's. Should be the other side of the room here. We go back into the library. look for a box. A box of stuff from a man. I can talk to her now.
Clara seems to be the name of Eddie's mother.
It's hardly an uncommon name. We need more proof for a grave accusation like this.
Out of the way, woman! We're looking for boxes. There's a box. Oh, what's that?
The belongings of Eddie's mother.
Aha. Okay.
Recognize that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother Clara.
Oh.
Thank you for your last letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine, that we can almost touch, that I can almost feel the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us, so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
So his dad was in the military as the death notice.
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in Ypres. Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives. It was not possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave. Please accept the condolences of all the company. Yours, Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
Whoa. Yes, that's right, Hamrock. You should get the Aquila as a character. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell at the moment what, because at the moment in the PTU, on the PTU servers, you're getting everything. I mean, if you, I should have one as well. I don't have an Aquila, so when the patch goes live and we get the ships we actually pledged for, I should have a Aquila in my library, and in there I should have a rover. I hope so. Or failing that, I should at least have a rover, an Ursa to be as a replacement for my, or a loaner for my links, right? At the very least.
You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid. The maid!
You're right. We need to speak to him about this. But how could you know this? I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my conclusions can wait for now.
Dun, dun, dun. We're gonna go accuse him. He's turning into a whodunit. Oh, sort of. I don't think the butler's gonna like it that we say this about young Eddie. He's not gonna be happy. I got a feeling he's gonna be very mad. Very mad. Where does this door go? I can't remember. Oh shit, this is the room where what's-her-face, the old dragon was sitting, right? The old lady was. Yeah, okay. Now I remember. Two last waterborne javelins just sold out. Nice. Well, yeah. It took a while for the waterborne ones to finish up. I mean, not surprising, I guess. It's like $2,500 of real monies. That's $2,500 plus VAT, depending on where you live. It's a lot of monies. 2,700. Okay, it went up. It went up a bit then. It was 2,500 the first time, wasn't it? Did he add a couple $100 when they've been bringing them back? A Caracan Polaris would be mine, or Enani Jump Polaris. Oh, yeah, I got like check some PTU out. Nice. Show it to him.
Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Ailsa.
You didn't know her!
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock! You're as deranged as your father was!
David, really? You go too far with this behavior.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with the crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie. My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
Yeah, and the movie glass thing is a bit... Yeah. It'll get fixed, so call. I'm hoping you enjoyed it at least. You enjoyed the time you spent in it.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Ailsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything, even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Ma'am.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here after all.
Impudent brats!
No.
What's going on?
What?
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned...
They killed it.
What was it? Chores involving a rose. What does that mean?
Something about the garden, perhaps? We could ask Rory. Or is it about the attic? Oh, I wonder. Whatever it is, it's something she doesn't want us to know.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray. But there's nothing up there but an empty room.
Interesting.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes, possibly. I mean, it's possibly. You do have to watch your fuel. I'm gonna... Okay, let's fix it first. Let's fix it. No, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. I was gonna fix the thing, but we'll do it later. I can just disable it for now, I guess. Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on it when you're looking at your ship. You gotta keep an eye on your hydrogen fuel, which is your base fuel. It's the the top left number on the above your at the top of your dash on the thing on the left where your speed is. So on the left side where your speed is where it would be put. So top left of the screen. I don't think I've got any. I don't even think I've got any thingies. Yeah, one of them is boost fuel. One of them is your. Yes, I think it's hydrogen fuel, isn't it? Well, it used to be boost fuel, but now it actually works as your boost and your afterburners and your normal flight use the same fuel. Is that what we're gonna do? Right. The fuck is that to do this for? I shouldn't have to do this. Okay. Next. Yeah, but I think as you were saying before there used to be 3 types of fuel. You used to have your hydrogen fuel, your boost fuel, and your quantum fuel. Now it's down to 2 fuels. Right. And more about Woman Vision finding what else was in the attic. We got another page. We got another page! Poor Elsa, I tried to befriend her. In so doing, did I seal her awful fate? Was Cousin Eddie the culprit? I've suffered more waking dreams. Again, the boy leading me to the grave of my Aunt Cecilia. The boy Johnny, my father as a child. How I could have known that what just he looked like back then, I dare not speculate. Father often spoke of the madness, the tragedy and murder that infests our family's history. I cannot help but think that Elsa, too, was a victim of this family as much as my father was. The chronicle purports to contain some answers, but and I really believe in a curse, in a black mirror, an ancient artifact whose power was used to drive back the Romans. And then there's the Dr. Faber. Can I trust her? Her turning up here at this time seems like a truly convenient coincidence. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I think there's a few of them. There's a few of them out there, aren't there? So you just gotta be Wait, is she left us to our own devices now? No, she's still here. Right, so we're downstairs now, aren't we? So we've either got to look in the garden or the attic. Now the attic we know we can't get into because it's locked. Right? So the attic is locked, so we could try the garden again and look for the flowers. See if what's his face is still out there. Rory. Asking if there's any rose bushes around, because there might be some rose bushes. In your first couple of hours trying to load a dragonfly into a cutlass. Well, how did that work out for you, Gorlock?
Maybe once I found out what really happened to Father here.
Oh, look, there's some flowers. There's no flowers out here. There's this fucking shithole. Let's go down to the beach. Or down to the water, I should say. It's not really a beach, is it? Make her run around because, you know, why not?
Oh, stunning. How curious. Come and look at this. Look, form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with. Something's carved into each one.
It's got an X. This is obviously going to be a fucking part of a thingy, right?
I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
Rory.
You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid.
The maid!
You're right. We need to speak.
We just did.
How could you know?
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw...
Yeah, so the rocks have got symbols on them, so they're probably things that we need to yeah, we need to make note of or remember at some point. So maybe we speak to Rory now. Now we've seen the flower and she's mentioned his name. Yeah, okay. What a grumpy old fart.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandoo, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
Yeah, we know that she that's the vision he saw earlier of her getting buried, holding a rock.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
I'm sure you will, laddie. Can we go in here now?
Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
Let us take the light. Give us the light. So
I know, it doesn't look like
she's standing
have
outside with a
green
light.
fingers.
Yes. Yeah.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
He caught us.
These are dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
That's unfortunate.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
What is that?
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
Oh, what the hell happened there? Let's touch it! Right, so basically we're on a time limit now. We gotta do whatever it is before the time runs out, or we're gonna be dead again. Touch this as well. Touch it. Touch it all.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Oh, it's his turn now. Aye. Yeah, I've messed with the rover as well. The rover does work very well. I like the rover works nicely. I never had any problems with the rover on like Daymar at least. I've not tried it on one of the others. I mean there are multiple different atmospheres on a different moon. So depending where you
Sorry,
where
lassie, but
people
you
have done
can't
it,
go in. It's
Just
No,
aye.
Let's save it when we get in. I'll save it just before we click on it the first time. It's probably like we did before. Is like when they start talking, you gotta walk away from us. If you're too close to the spirits, they
Can you tell me about
attack you or something.
She was a
You
ken well.
You said she wasn't in her grave. Did
Right.
Are these
Go.
Look in.
Right, okay. Before you click it. So chapter 3 we're on. I wonder what
That
chapters are
is
on.
exquisite.
Right.
Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye.
You gotta not get too close to him, or he'll probably attack you, I guess.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Because he can't move yet. Now he can move. Oh, what's that over there? Look, quick.
The saboteurs Edward used. They ended up in this corner.
Get lost!
You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that. He scratched the word Baron into her arm. What a monster.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them.
What's she doing in there? She's not allowed inside. She's not allowed inside.
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her, it was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you ken?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it. For picking the wrong man for her mate.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to you.
The place can get to you. That's right, it can get to you. The roses are here, though. Can we pick one now we've grown them? Hello, Hammy. There's a button on the back, Gorlok. There's a button on the back of the caterpillar, just to the right side of where the hatch would be, that you can push. And it will lower it.
I need to know if there's proof to what I saw.
Okay, there is the roses over here. This is proof, right? Oh no, we're looking for the thing that he threw in over this corner here, right? Here it is.
The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye. The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory.
Wait, what? You picked them up?
Trust your instincts, laddie.
Trust your instincts, laddie! When you get in the back,
David,
there's a button on the door
are you
on the left
alright?
side. It is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it doesn't show up. It's a bit hit and miss.
Am I all right? I should be asking you. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I don't know what happened.
don't worry. I faced much worse in the asylum.
She's tough. I don't think it's possible to face her. Sorry again.
Maybe don't leave me outside like a naughty puppy next time.
Yes, quite. I feel like the madness that runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn, just like your father.
I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. We have to put a stop to this. We need to find out what happened to the maid tonight.
What is it, David?
I have to see.
David, wait!
He's chasing his dad as a kid. Yeah, I think it's just a bit glitchy, Gorlok. went upstairs. Are we following him upstairs?
You have to start confiding in me, David. What are you seeing?
I'm not sure. Ghosts? Echoes? Memories? I can see my father as a child. It's like he's trying to speak to me.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place when you were young.
You see? I said you wouldn't believe me. If I'm only remembering things, how would I have known where to find the pendant? How could I have known he tried to force himself on her? Unless you think I killed her.
I don't think you killed anyone, David. And you're right. I can't explain it.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Go on.
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost, yes?
I suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier option.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
Give me the light. Oh, we got my own one. Oh, we got our own one. That's cool. We're good. So he ran upstairs, right? I guess we're trying to follow him, but we'll look around first. As you do. Just look around the old house in the dark. And we're still trying to yeah, we're gonna find out what's going on in the attic. Yeah, I think it's all related to server problems. I think, or like, I mean, sometimes when I'm playing, it's like sometimes the inner fort thing doesn't even show up at all, and sometimes it does. It's sometimes stuff you're supposed to click on isn't there. It's got to be all related to latency. I think that's what I think it is. I think it's all related to server lag, server performance. How many hours can you, 2-inch candle have been burned? I don't know. It's nice though. It's special. It's good that he's got 2 inches at least. It looks more like 3 inches. Got like maybe 3 inches. It's at least 3, right? Surely.
I don't want to bump into Margaret. Eddie will be upstairs somewhere.
Wait, so you're saying Margaret? Oh, I suppose she would be down there. She normally sits down there by the fireplace, the old hag. Come on. I'm probably got to go into his find his bedroom. He's probably in one of the bedrooms at the back.
Well, that's clear enough.
He's going towards where the attic is, right? He was hiding where the attic was, so we probably got to go to the attic. That's the one quest we've got. The one quest we've got, and I think is to find out what was in the attic. But we also got to find Edward, who I think is up there in the middle. And there's a couple of doors, I reckon. These 2 doors here in the middle. He's probably in one of these rooms here. Guest rooms, I guess, right? No, we can't look at them, so I guess we can try to go to the attic. Follow the ghost. Uh-oh.
Well, hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward, you look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You're as beautiful as ever, my little doll. Oh, mwah, mwah.
What a fucking weirdo. I mean, I know there's something wrong with this kid, right? I mean, there's something wrong with him. Oh, I got a picture piece. There's definitely something wrong with him, man. He's playing with a doll of her. She's dead, man. Why would you walk around everywhere, see, because you might miss picture piece, right?
Self-made dolls. Ugh. The stuff of nightmares. Eddie, can you hear me? What can you tell me about great-grandmother Rose? What did Elsa have to do? Eddie!
Uh-oh. What? What's going on? I click examine on the cross thing in the back. Now we're... What? What is happening? We're stuck. Oh shit. That kind of thing seems like a bug, right? I mean, we can't do anything. I can't move, I can't click on anything. Well, shit. How long ago was the last save, I wonder? Is that 11:31? Oh, 5 minutes. Five minutes ago. So yeah, he pointed to where the cross would have been on the wall, and you could examine it. And when you went to try to examine it, it just went poopy. It went poopy. So when we get back in there, we'll save it before we do anything.
Well, that's clear enough.
Well, that's clear enough, isn't it? That's right, mate. That's right.
Right. We'll chat with him, see where he points, and then we will save it. This kid is just weird though, right? I mean,
Well,
seriously.
hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward.
You look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You are as beautiful as ever, my little doe. Oh, mwah,
Mwah,
mwah.
mwah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a frickin' nut bag. So we did have the I guess we still got to pick up. Is that over there? The picture piece still there? It is on the floor, right? Okay. Pick up our photo piece. Have a chat with him.
Self-made dolls. Ugh.
The stuff of nightmares. Right. So chat with him. Save it.
Eddie, can you hear me?
Because he does point up to that cross, doesn't he? So like, he's pointing that direction at the cross, right? Or where the cross was. Right, so right. If I click on it from this side, you can't get close enough to it from that side. Do it from here rather than from there.
What do you see here, Eddie?
Oh, there we go. That's better.
You'll be quite safe, the little rabbit said to his brothers and sisters. The fox is fast asleep, so the rabbits tiptoed past, but the fox was sly. He wasn't asleep at all. He opened his yellow eyes.
I've warned you before to mind your place. This will be the last time you defy me.
The eyes of the fox, they shone with cruel light as he punched on the rabbits and ate them all one by one. It was only then he went to sleep, his tummy full, his heart content.
Well, shit. Cabbage. Golak. Cabbage. 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 A bit of lettuce. Some bread. Some more cabbage. And some raspberries. That is it. That's what you need. That is the magic stuff.
I wonder what's on the other side. Is there... no, can't see a switch or lever. I guess not all castles are like Edgar Allan Poe used to describe them.
A lettuce and cabbage sandwich. That sounds delicious. White cabbages, I suppose.
A secret passage.
What do you think you're doing?
That won't be long, I hope. Look after Eddie.
Take the light. Take it. Pick the candle up. I hope he picked that up. He didn't. Oh, we get to stare at him.
Just a little further.
Someone's going to come out and go, ah! This is the perfect jump scare moment if I've ever seen one.
Damn it!
Shit, we're not getting back, are we? Not the same way.
That's it. Open wide. Good, good.
I don't want any.
That's all right, dear. Did I tell you that John's son David has arrived? He's as bothersome as his father. Not worthy of this place. Poor Angus will never recover from the sight of John's charred remains.
Oh, shit.
Selfish, selfish man.
Please, don't.
I do not enjoy this, as you well know, but you brought it on yourself. Your son was a good man. You should not have defied him.
That's a great granny.
Rosemary. Oh my God. She's barely skin and bones. How is she still alive?
I found the hidden switch. It was in the bookcase.
You scared me half to death.
Well, you will insist on wandering off without telling me where you're going, and I just managed to avoid Lady Margaret when... Jesus God!
Jesus God! Hey, look! We find out why Elsa was in the attic. She was feeding Great Granny. It's a cross.
I saw this.
In a vision.
Edward beat her with it. Used it to cripple the poor woman.
Oh my God. And he hung it there to remind her every day. Take it down.
You're sure?
Do it.
Do it! That's right. Under the thumb. She got lovely feet.
Thank you. Thank you.
She noticed. Should we go and talk to the old bag? Let's talk to her. She's our great granny after all.
Rose? Rosemary? Can you hear me? Rose? Rosemary? Can you hear me?
Well, shit. Uh-oh. Let's break it lock. Bait the chain, right? That's gonna wake people up.
Rosemary, I'm David, John's son, your great-grandson.
Here, try this. No, like this. Gently.
Gently does it.
Who did this to you?
Edward. I was bad. I disobeyed.
Disobeyed? Who did you disobey?
Cecilia. I tried to stop him.
Her head's through the pillows.
Stop.
No wonder she can't move.
He was doing.
What was he doing, Rosemary?
Should not have disobeyed. Not disturb him in the old wing. Never talk back.
Rose! Rose! What did he do to Cecilia?
I don't think you'll get anything more out of her. Poor woman. Come on, Lady Rosemary. We'll get you out of here.
No!
We can get you somewhere safe.
I'm safe here, in this room. Safe from the Black Mirror.
The Black Mirror. Margaret has a lot to explain.
Well, shit.
I think we need to have words with her ladyship.
Yes, we do. She's not gonna want to hear it, but she's gonna hear it. Oi, you old hag.
Margaret, we need to talk about...
Lady Margaret, if you please.
Never mind that. What the hell are you doing with Rosemary?
You're one to talk. You're just like your father, leaving nothing but fear and misery in your wake.
What in God's name are you talking about?
You spoke to young Eddie, did you not? Now he's convinced everyone is trying to kill him. He has taken poor Andrew hostage and is threatening his life.
Where is he?
He's taken him to the old wing, and he is armed.
I'll go. I can talk to him.
You will not. You two have caused quite enough trouble already.
We? How dare you, when you continue to worship Edward, even though he drove poor Cecilia to drown herself?
I will not allow you to...
To what? To speak the truth? To say that Edward...
He never touched her! You come here, and you...
No, you. You are the one in the wrong here. You know more than you're saying, and we both know it. There's something in this place. An evil that has plagued our family for generations. Instead of blaming others, maybe you should look closer to home for the cause of your misfortune.
You know nothing. What I did, what I do, everything is for this family. How can you possibly understand?
Please, my lady, we can discuss this later. Miss Farber, you need to speak to Master Eddie.
Take us to him.
Mm-hmm.
The old wing. Let's do it.
This way. Have a care in the old wing. It isn't used, and for good reason. A section of wall fell into the sea some years back, and the rest is falling to ruin.
Ah, that was the door that was bolted up in the room where the old hag sits by the fire. Now it's open.
Over there, sir. Eddie?
No! No! They're after me! All of them! Trying to kill me! No! Please help!
Eddie, look at me, Eddie, just at me. It's going to be all right.
Stay back here. I'll try to reason with him.
You will not. This is what I do.
Bang! She's dead. We look around.
Eddie? Talk to me, Eddie. Tell me what's troubling you.
Troubling me? He is!
Sure, why not?
And David!
Can't see
They all are!
This
They
might
all
be
are
a way
what,
across.
Eddie?
Accusing me! They think I killed her!
The maid, you mean?
But I didn't! I didn't!
I believe you, Eddie. I believe you.
Well, there might be a picture piece somewhere. Nope. Nope.
Steady now.
Very smooth, Gorlight, just like your bottom. Yes. Or something like that. The fuck are we going? Well, isn't that going to make a noise and he's going to hear it? Oh, fuck. Oh, I was expecting some sort of quick time event there to balance. I'm surprised there's no like torn up pieces of photo over here because it would be a perfect place for them. You know, for your little jigsaws. Don't go down, there's an invisible wall. Just get up there.
Stop wriggling about. You stay still.
Let him go, Eddie. Everything is all right. Slowly, Mr. Harrison.
Come here!
Bloody fool. Dr. Frankenstein's workplace.
The fuck is he doing? What's going on with that deer?
If I go any further, he'll notice me.
There's a crossbow. You can shoot him with a crossbow.
Bits of bone. Should work if I'm careful.
So we use a bit of bone as maybe the bolt.
Seems intact. Now for some ammunition.
I got some. Let's do it.
Let's hope this doesn't snap under the strain.
What the? Leave me alone! I told you, leave me alone!
Eddie, stop!
Get them off me!
What?
Get them off!
You okay?
Uh-oh.
Hold still, you bastard!
Andrew! Andrew, no!
David?
What?
David?
Now that guy's supposed to be a lawyer. Why would he shoot him? I don't understand.
What? What happened?
Why would he shoot him? I don't get it.
Yes. Everything's fine.
Fine. Are you out of your mind? Oh, please, contain yourself, Andrew.
I most certainly will not. And I'm not spending another moment in this madhouse. I will fetch the police from the village immediately.
I don't think that would be wise, sir.
Are you threatening me?
Perish the thought, sir. I'm merely pointing out the folly of driving these roads in the dark.
And besides, we may need the car if Eddie's condition worsens.
The insane brat can jump off the roof for all I care. I, for one, will rather risk my life out there than in here.
Leave, then. And before you even think of telling anyone what happened here, just remember who you are dealing with. And yes, you may consider that a threat. Angus, kindly help me with young Eddie.
Careful now, just take it slowly. I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Science took a beating tonight.
After seeing what happened here, I think even Dr. Freud would agree with you.
Right, so now he picked a gun up to try to shoot him because he was holding a gun to his head. And when he pulled the trigger, instead of shooting at him, he shot something on the wall behind David, and it fell down. And you notice there was a symbol on the wall underneath it, right? So
the mirror. I think it's some kind of dark force, an ancient evil summoned by the druids.
Some weird shit going on here.
And they lost control over it.
I believe they never had control.
Some weird shit.
I need to check up on Eddie and make sure he's alright.
Have you forgotten that he tried to kill you?
So, I'll be careful then. He's a person in need, no matter what he did.
My father tried to destroy the mirror, to end the evil, but he failed. Now he's trapped in there.
Are you talking about his soul?
If that's what you want to call it. All I know is... we have to find a way to free him. Edward knew of the mirror. He may have even understood its power.
So we know what it is, but not where.
It's underground. Somewhere. Reaching it, well, that's the real conundrum.
And how not to end up like your father.
This is Edward's lair. And Margaret was none too eager on us prying.
So we should pry.
Indeed.
Yes, we should, but there's a thing on the wall. It looks like an E for... Was it E for Edward?
Another one.
Like the symbols carved on the rocks.
Rory.
Yes. He might know what it means.
He'll probably be asleep at this late hour, though.
The first time I met him was in the dead of night. So who knows? He might get lucky.
Yeah, but even the weird thing is that guy's a lawyer, right? If you're a lawyer, would you really be shooting at someone like that? I mean, that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the family lawyer. Wait, is that another picture? Piece of a picture? Oh yes! We might have enough stuff to do another puzzle. Oh, another jigsaw. Not watching Fonda, but the lip syncing's really weird, isn't it? I mean, it's really weird. You can definitely tell that obviously this is not like a high budget game like a AAA, but you can tell they don't match. And most of the time it doesn't really it doesn't bother you, right? I mean, but the time when we saw Rosemary on the bed, you've got the old woman on the bed struggling to even breathe, and while she's breathing, she's like breathing, struggling to get breath, and her lips are moving as if she was having a conversation. It was just weird. It really was weird.
The bloodstains on it are old and dry. Ooh, raw alcohol.
Oh, raw alcohol.
Eddie didn't want to do his delicate work in the dark. Just how far does the official Gordon estate reach?
But you mentioned Thunderbirds, though. It does. I mean, even someone like the facial movements, it does look like it could be like that, right?
Empty. Another of Eddie's horrors waiting to happen. Eddie is truly desperate to be a great Gordon like his grandfather. Angus and Eddie. The family that slays together, stays together.
Hello. Hello, Ginger. But it's neat, though. Obviously, this is like a low budget indie, so I wouldn't expect miracles from it. But as far as looks, but the story's really neat. The lip syncing is not totally
Looks like this is where Grandfather Edward did his work.
Not really. Only a little bit. Oh, shit. shit. We're gonna have a puzzle, aren't we? We're gonna have a fucking puzzle.
This looks interesting. This looks...
We got a puzzle piece!
Eddie already took everything he could find.
It's supposed to be a little bit spooky. It's like a, it's supposed to be a horror sort of
Probably
game.
looking for this too, Father.
What was it? What was it? What was it? We don't have a key that will fit in there, do we?
Eddie had too much respect for the old man to just break this open. Something's missing.
We don't have a key to use with that. We got this. We got one master key part, right? Or maybe we can fit it to our other key.
Looks like it is part of the key Father hid away for me.
Oh, there we go. Look, we can fit it on the end.
Still not complete, it seems.
It's got 3 pieces on it though, so we should have enough to open that thing, right? And what is it? Let's look at the image in the background. We got the cross to the left. Right, so we got the. If you look at the key and like, if you look at it that way, like that, right? So cross to the. We'll go to the right side here. Which one's the cross? One at the back. This one's the cross at the back, I think. That one, I think. No, that's not a cross. No, no, that is the cross. Yeah, so the cross to the left. So that'd be that side there. That's the cross to the left, which is to the right, like that. So that one's got to be. The front one's got to be on the right side, like that, and the one at the back has got to be down the bottom, like that. Sorted. We're really good at this. We're well good at this.
To my dear Father Edward, you stopped me from ending my torment many times before, but on this occasion, I'm determined you will not. I do this, not for myself, but for my child. A child that should never have been. A child born, not from love, but from cruelty. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family. For it does not deserve to be cast into this world and into this damned place. Cecilia Gordon.
Oh shit.
What does it say?
The ramblings of a lunatic. He talks of a place of great power in an abandoned village.
Any mention of where it is?
No such luck. Just that it's where, as he charmingly puts it, his whore of a mother pushed him out into the world.
He was born in this village, at the place of power.
Yes, but it puts us no nearer to finding it.
It does. His mother will know the location.
Of course. Rosemary.
Rosemary! 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 Come on. So I wonder where that... Oh, that door is where we came up when we came round from the bottom, didn't... Right? Let's have a talk with old what's-her-face over here. Oh, have a look at this first, look. Where is... Well, we've probably been playing it about, I don't know, about 4 hours, I guess, altogether. Close to 4 hours. We played it for about an hour and a bit yesterday and about 2 or 3 hours today.
Son of a...
Son of a rat.
Book. It belonged to Angus.
There's a page marked.
It details how to perform a caesarean section.
Does that mean that Angus...
delivered Cecilia's baby? That way they could keep it out of the public eye.
Horrifying.
Horrifying.
This place must be a dream for a psychiatrist.
Or nightmare.
It's good though, it's good. There's some weird shit going on in this house. I will say that. There's some really odd shit going on here. Really odd shit.
Found anything yet?
Only a few reasons for bad dreams.
You haven't even moved anywhere, woman. Explore the old wing. Find the abandoned dream. So obviously there's something here still we gotta find. There's more stuff we gotta find here, right? If we still gotta explore it. No, don't go down there. Go to the right. Down there. Maybe we gotta look some more down the bottom. Wait, what's that?
Ugh, the stench. It reeks of death down there.
That foul smell might lead us straight to where we need to go.
You think the way to the mirror might be through that abyss?
Perhaps. It's too dark to see what's down there.
We can go wander down and try to have a look. Push her off the edge. No, we can't go out the way we came in. Damn it! Why can't we go out the door?
Found anything yet?
Only if...
We can't go out the way we came in. Can we go out this door? Can we actually leave?
I need some more time.
No, we can't leave. You can't leave until you find everything in an area. So when we went down there, we came down the bottom here, we climbed down and walked around the bottom, but we can't go back down there. She needs more time, but she has done fuck all. All she's doing is standing there holding a frigging candle. So we want to push her off the edge. Push, push. So something obviously we gotta click on that we've missed. I'm not sure what we gotta click on, but we missed. But there's something. There's something here. Maybe it's something to do with a globe on the desk. There's nothing down this section. We got the three benches we can investigate, right? So this thing here we can examine. There's nothing else I don't think for us to look at here. Oh. Because we come out this door here behind us, but we can't go out that door. Because there's an invisible wall stopping you. Right, let's look at these things again.
I should be able to cobble together a light.
Ah, okay. We'll do it. Wait. Pour into the bottle. Sure, do it.
Cheers. No sign of the village. Eddie didn't want to do his delicate work in the... Stand back!
We made a candle! That's like a there's a dead deer on the desk if that's what you meant. Oh.
So this is where Eddie dumped the bits he didn't need.
Look, who knows how far down these chasms go?
Or how vast the caves below are. The castle may have been built on top of wherever the mirror is kept. It doesn't look like we'll get any closer to it from down there, though.
I think we should get moving, unless you still want to look around some more.
No, that's okay. I'd be happy to get the fuck out of here. Just saying. I will happily vacate this place. I don't really like it there. No, no, no.
Mr. McKinnon.
Master David. Miss Farber.
Master David.
If you don't mind me saying, you look like you could use some sleep.
After seeing what happened in the old wing, I doubt I will ever sleep well again.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
No, sir. I do not think you do.
Well, tell me then.
How is Eddie faring?
The young master is in bed. We've ensured he's comfortable and cannot do any further harm.
So I've tied him down.
I'd like to speak to him, to help us understand why he did what he did.
Lady Margaret is sitting with him at the moment. I'm afraid he's in no fit state to talk.
I hope you managed to sleep soon.
Thank you, sir. As do I. Oh, Rory the gardener mentioned he wanted to speak with you. He's in the library.
Ooh.
Thank you for letting me know.
Old Rory wants to speak to us. Good old Rory. He wants to have a word. I don't know why. I still don't get this. It's like when you come out of a location like that, as you come out here, you can move the cursor, but for about 5 seconds you have no control over anything. It's really weird. I don't understand. I don't get it. Me not get it. No. It's weird. It's not loading or anything. It's just sitting there. It's trying to, maybe it's trying to do something in RAM or it's odd. The library's over here. We'll see what Rory wants. He's really going to tell us a bit more about the spookiness. Maybe ask him about Rosemary. If he was in the library, where is he? Oh, there he is. He's sitting there, look, just there.
Hello, Rory. What brings you to the library in the dead of night?
I don't rightly know. I woke up. Something, feeling made me come here.
I see.
I ken I wasn't much of a help to you earlier. 'Tis not easy for me to trust folks.
From what I've seen of this family, I cannot entirely blame you. Edward's diary mentioned an old, deserted village somewhere nearby.
I ken it. I haven't been up there in years, though. 'Tis a fearful place, so it is.
What happened? Why was it abandoned?
The folks there were all killed. All dead. Wiped out overnight. Nobody goes there anymore.
But Edward did.
Aye.
How did the village die? It was the Druids. The Druids using the Black Mirror.
Aye, it was. They got what they wanted, drove back the Romans. Aye, that they did. But it cost them dear.
Can you take us to the village?
No, son, I canna. My eyesight's not what it was, you ken. And them woods are not safe with no map to guide ye. I can get you across the loch when you ken the path, though.
Okay.
We need to find this deserted village. It's not on the map, and I have a feeling Lady Margaret and Angus will remain as unhelpful as they have been so far.
According to the diary, your great-grandmother would know where it is, though.
Yes, Granny. In the attic. Let's go have a word. See if we can speak to old great Granny in the attic. That might help us. That might help us. We're gonna go back up in the attic, see if we can speak to great Granny. Then I'm probably gonna finish up for the day. That would be a good point to stop, is when we're ready to go and look for the old deserted village. Now, maybe we're going to go up here and she's not going to be here. There's got to be a quicker way to get here than how we got there before, right? Because we used I used the passage to get there before, right? So we open. Yeah, we did. Oh, look, she's fallen out of bed. Oh, she's fallen. And she can't get up. Wait, what was that?
The poor woman. How could Edward do this to his own mother?
He was a monster. That's how.
Was that on the floor there?
Ready?
Rose? Rosemary! It's me, it's David. I need you to help us. The village where Edward was born. Can you point to it on this map? Can you do that? Oh, nothing. It's like she's shut down.
Just a second. Try now.
Oh. Oh, what's it? Move it over. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it.
There! That's where the village is. This ought to be enough for Rory to help us find the village.
We'll need a boat to get across the loch.
There's one at the lakeside.
Oh, we're ready to go. We're ready to go to the village. I said we're ready to go. Oh, we've got another page of diary. I mean, she is our great grandmother. Let's just say, our grandfather, her son-in-law, beat her. And yes, beat her. We found her tied to this bed, with her daughter kind of feeding her something, some drugs or something. We don't really know. I mean, she's obviously, we know she was being beaten by her like son-in-law, but we don't know. I don't know. We don't know. He obviously must be infected by, the son must be infected with this this curse, this family curse, right? Which may well have led him to do it. I don't know. But yeah, I think people thought she was dead, but the other one, our Lady Margaret, our grandmother was let's just say she kept her locked up because of what she did to her hubby. She didn't approve. I withdraw my previous doubts about Dr. Faber. She is proving to be a valuable ally, and an ally is what I need right now. We barely managed to stop Eddie from killing poor Andrew. Madness truly does run in the family. Even Lady Margaret is infected, keeping Edward's poor mother, the great-grandmother Rosemary, locked up like some animal. See, here we go. Gingy, this is telling us. I have come to believe she opposed her son Edward, and for this defiance, he crippled and imprisoned her in her own house. As for these, and this is the only word that fits, these visions I have been having even before the surge that passed through me when we overpowered Eddie, I realize that they are real, beyond any shadow of a doubt. These poor, vexed apparitions, they are the desperate victims of the curse of the Gordons, the bane that has been haunted my family for centuries. I feel as if I am to walk the path my father, John, did. John did try to follow before me, a path that leads to the source of our misery, the Black Mirror. Yes, the Black Mirror, we're going to find it.
Even if we knew how to cross the woods safely, it would cost us a lot of time.
We should go by boat. That'll at least be somewhat faster.
That's right, we are gonna go by a boat. You got it, lady. You got it. So yeah, we're gonna I'm probably gonna finish up, and so when we pick up tomorrow, we will start out again. We'll check out like the PTU stuff and the day of the sale. Tomorrow we've got the and he did just come through the floor again. Tomorrow we've got the MISC tomorrow, isn't it? We've got MISC. It's the MISC sale tomorrow. So obviously maybe we'll hear a bit about the whole series. I don't know, what else have we got as far as MISC is concerned that you guys may be looking forward to? I mean, the whole series is the only thing I can really think of that really would really stand out. That I think is one I've been waiting a long time to see more of. But what else is there? What else is there MISC-wise that we're really waiting on, that you guys are waiting to see? Oh, the Endeavour, yeah. The Endeavour would be cool to see some of that. So that's the biggest ship I think we're waiting for MISC. So Endeavour, and the whole series. What I wonder though, I wonder if they're going to fit in like a couple of the days, or yesterday I should say, we had because it didn't have too much news, they slotted in some news of some other ships from manufacturers that didn't fit. I wonder if they're going to slot in some information about the Genesis Starliner somewhere.
Even if we knew how to
we haven't
cross
heard
the
anything
woods
about that for a
safely,
while.
it would cost us a lot of time.
We should go by boat. That'll at least be somewhat faster.
Right, okay, so we've got, and let's just save it here. Chapter 3. Ah, we're up to chapter 4 now. So we're into chapter 4, and we are 4.25 hours. That's how long we've been playing it, Gingy. 4.25 hours, and we're in chapter 4.